Hey guys, I'm Rogan and this is my rant. Welcome to the channel and welcome back for those of you who have come here before. So these are ideas worth sharing. It's not meant to be concrete advice because everybody has their own life experience, where they come from, circumstances, trauma, finances, all that type of stuff. So we like to talk about financial, physical, mental, and spiritual health on this channel. I don't really like this to be just a focused like self-improvement thing because I can give you tips and advice, but it doesn't apply to everybody. So I like to share my personal experiences, not too in depth, but yeah. So what we're going to talk about today. So if you like content like that and you want to see more, off the cuff, no editing type of content like this, make sure you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Before we get into it, I wanted to make a quick follow-up to my previous video. Thank you for the love and support on that video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. My goal was to help at least one person with that, and there was 3 likes on that video. So I'm thinking that like 3 people got a good something out of it. So thank you very much. So what I wanted to talk about today is addiction and a little bit about me and what addiction can do. It can destroy lives, but you can be addicted to good things as well. So addiction has a couple different sides to it. So my family has a history of substance abuse, and I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. You can kind of fill in the blanks, pick a drug and, think about, what it does, different things. But having, I believe that addiction, comes from, influences in your environment. Maybe you're a little genetically disposition or disposed to it. I don't know if that was the right word, but it's basically your mindset, like we talked about in the previous video. If you're not in a good place and you're not getting plenty of healthy dopamine releases from your brain, kind of like I do my lyric writing, or I do my coin searching hobby that I can make money from, or I'm making these YouTube videos helping someone. This is a little bit of work. No, I don't edit these videos. I make basic thumbnails and I type a little bit of notes, but it is a little level of work. So I feel like you get a little bit of work done. If you're not getting that good dopamine, you kind of we gravitate toward the path of least resistance. So we're like, oh, well, having a couple beers is going to make me feel relaxed and I'm going to feel good. Or like, oh, because I've done that. I personally, I drink a little bit too much sometimes. So that's part of what I'm trying to improve. So a little bit of transparency, or like ordering a pizza from Domino's. I used to do that multiple times a week. Now I do it maybe once every 2 weeks. So you still shouldn't do it, but hey, so what I'm trying to say is that, and then someone with my mental condition is even more important that you stay away from those vices and stuff like that. So addiction can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It can mean, they're wired in the morning and they have too much caffeine, like I am sometimes. Sleep has a lot to do with it because sleep can influence your mood and your hormones, and it can make you irrational and make bad choices. There's a huge rabbit hole when it comes to addiction and stuff like that. But I have a support group now, and I used to be addicted to marijuana, and I would smoke like a chimney, and it basically ruined most of my 20s. But I'm not blaming anybody, or it's a drug. Some people can manage it the right way and do it in moderation or do it once in a while. I wasn't like that. I fooled myself and thought I could, but I couldn't. So I have these support group meetings that I regularly attend weekly, and I'm of service to some of these meetings. I have a more active role than just sharing now, and it's added a lot of value to my life. And people reach out to me from the group, and they've told me like, oh, well, thank you for your advice, or you're very wise beyond your years. And it's like, well, it's because I spend a lot of time with older people. I spend more time with, I would say, baby boomers or Gen Xers than millennials and Gen Zers. I have my friends, don't get me wrong, but we're all busy. We're all older now. We all have our own lives, and I completely understand it when people are busy. I'm busy too. I'm a little less busy. But so circling back to addiction, I've dealt with it before, and I'm currently dealing with small levels of it myself. And sometimes, thinking about addiction, like talking to someone, I know everybody doesn't have that support structure, but having a good therapist, someone that you really vibe with and that you connect with, and one really important thing is that if you're not secure in yourself, like if you're not secure or like you love yourself or you and stuff like that, if you're not feeling well, those types of addictions can numb the pain, but it only numbs it, and then it just comes back full force. So this rant wasn't really meant to be like a lot of advice. I'm just speaking a little bit about my experience and like how it can help others and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that suffer from addiction, and I never went past marijuana. I'm very glad I didn't, and I'm scared and very hesitant and super against doing those type of any of those other drugs that go beyond it and stuff like that. So. And then about time, right? Addiction can rob you of your time. I'm 30, and I'm never going to be this age again. Your concept of time, if it goes in a straight line or whatever. But I made a lot of mistakes in my 20s, and I'm still figuring it out right now. But what's the most important thing is like I'm no longer like a full blown addict, and I can see clearly. I have a lot more mental clarity and stuff like that, so I can have motivation to do those things that I mentioned before, like the work that the good dopamine, like you have like a sense of accomplishment and like motivation and drive and passion and stuff like that. Addiction, what does addiction do? It robs you of all those things because it can makes you lazy, slow, unmotivated, dumbed down, takes your drive away, and it leaves you. You might think it makes you happier, but it'll have you leaving you feel upset, like you don't think it will. So that is a little bit of my experience. A lot of people in my family, like I mentioned, who did struggle with certain types of addictions. Most of them have conquered it and have moved way beyond and past it, and that's a show of inner strength. And I'm on my way to that as well. And if you're struggling with that type of thing, reach out to someone you care about. And leave a comment, and I'll do my best to respond to it any way I can to help and stuff like that. So thanks so much for watching the video. Again, thank you so much for the love and support in the last video. I really appreciate it. I really wanted to make a quick follow-up, somewhat related to the past video. So if you like the content, hit that like button. And if you didn't like the content, smash that dislike button if you didn't like my face, my shirt, or my topic. And hit that subscribe button. It's free, and that notification bell. It might work, it might not. I would love to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.